Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Today I'll show you the best drops after 500 ladder Trav runs completed on Players 1. A quick note, my find item has 74% chance to hump additional loot. I'll also include an item recap at the end so you can see how many and which items were looted with this ability. If you enjoy the highlights and haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so as well as hitting the like button. It helps a lot. Should you have any questions or suggestions, make sure to leave a comment or reach me on Discord. Now, without further delay, it's time to watch. We kick things off with a double drop, a brand new wizard spike accompanied by the laying of hands. Shortly after, we also got a geese charm. The extra gold and TMF are horrible, but it rolled with max vendor reduction, which makes it useful for gambling. On run 36 we managed to obtain a cool 5 tornado druid helm that also gives some HP and hit recovery. In the same run we also horked a unique ring that ended up rolling a dwarf star. We skipped to run 70 in order to find our first skiller. It rolled with 1-2 elemental skills. 4 runs later we obtain our first high rune. Some people might be disappointed to see this one, but it's my first cham ever. That means I finally found all runes in the game. So yeah, I was stoked to see it. Next we get another skiller, this time a more valuable one with 1-2 lightning skills. Our first unique amulet dropped on run 89. This time we got the rising sun. Followed by our first facet. It's a low code one. We found 6 items from the Travincal set and all of them were humped off corpses. Check this out. Rune dropped twice during this session. Another unique ring, another dwarf star. Maybe something nice this time? This time for sure. Always nice to get one of these. Or a couple of them. Halfway through we obtain our second high rune, utilizing find item, this time it's an OHM. So many runes in quick succession. Shortly after, we also got a lamb. Run 301, we find a useful 7MF small charm. Nothing interesting for a while, until run 366, when we get a suicide branch, an amazing option if you need the extra FCR. Just one run later, a unique Shaco. I believe this is the first time I see it drop here. We seem to be back on track. Only 4 runs later we see yet another unique ring. Unfortunately, you already know the drill. Next we get a double drop on run 375. First a second Shaco, just 8 runs after the previous one. And then one more unique ring, this time a decent 28 MF Najo. Next on the menu, an amazing small charm that gives 3 max damage, 17 attack rating and 4 MF. I'll be using it from now on. Followed by a very interesting rare dual leech amulet. If it gave extra Amazon skills instead, it would have been quite valuable. Finally, a piece of jewelry I'm happy to see. Approaching the end of the session, our good fortune with runes continues. This time we hump a go. Run 447, we have some trouble identifying it, but in the end, it's a T-God's Vigor with decent defense. We skipped to run 485 in order to Hork a Vampire Gaze that rolled with max damage reduction. Unfortunately, it's not ethereal. 4 runs later, one last unique ring. We got so many overall, nothing that stands out too much though. We finished the session with a pair of Mage Fists. Nothing amazing, but I didn't want to end the highlights with that one out. A detailed recap of the items will now be displayed for you in the background. So many interesting and useful items this time, I couldn't really ask for anything else. Make sure to let me know what are the best drops you've recently found within the comment section. I'll be happy to hear from you should you decide to share. With this, we've reached the end of today's journey. Stay safe and see you soon.